amazing. It was amazing. Not just sit in self-isolation, but be also a happy and active participant of this fight for health and well-being of people. So my volunteer summer has smoothly drifted towards the volunteer autumn. Now we make PPE for the maternity house. Also, myself and my mother are the volunteers for the Channel 31. So we are home, and we also help make refurbishment and repair works. Also, this is also a project that runs every Saturday to 1 p.m. And I recommend that you watch it because it is a great program that shows how volunteers help people repair their homes. When Almaty Cardiological Center gave me a certificate or kind of certificate of gratitude for the mass that I made for them, I felt a bit out of place because I understood that I did nothing extraordinary. That is why I now even better understand people who are not just trying to, show off and talk about their work. They don't even think that to be a work, and they don't even have time to write any articles. Do good and throw it into the water. That's the right saying about the volunteer. That's why we're very grateful that amongst their extremely busy, extremely bad packed days, they still found the time and opportunity to write about your work and to send your articles to our contest. In the years that I have been editing these articles, I now can read between the lines, and behind every story I can see real people, and your articles, as always, are exceptionally excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Now we will be happy to welcome the winners. Hello, dear friends and colleagues. Thank you very much, Marina, Jamilia, Tara. Starting 2019, instead of printed book, all articles have become being downloaded on the website CSO Central Asia. In a separate tab called Inside Stories, all of them are published in the format of storytelling with photos and videos, sometimes for better visualization. The new format became more accessible and is accessible now by people all over the globe. We actually used to print the books and the number of copies was limited. However, now you can easily share the link with your friends, with your colleagues, and the book became more accessible and kind of more inclusive and more widespread. And actually in the comments, we're going to send you the link so that you could follow the link and you go and see and, read the articles for yourself. We want as many as possible people to read these stories and to get inspired by these stories. And that is why we do everything we can to make these books more user-friendly, and more interesting. This year, we received 16 articles from 5 countries of Central Asia. An independent commission consisting of 3 persons have read all the articles and evaluated the articles following the criteria: quality of content, value, opportunity to translate and multiply the experience, the emotional contribution, engagement, and the literacy of the writers. So we're happy to announce the winners of our content. The first winners are Akbarkhojayeva Sabina and Bukhanov Omed, and the article called "The Birth of the First Web Platform in Uzbekistan." Sabina Akbarkhojayeva and Umid Barkhanov told the success story of establishing the first ever web platform in Uzbekistan that brought together the need from different organizations and responses of people who are ready to help different organizations. Everyone who uses volunteer in their work understands how difficult it is to find people when you need them with their time and their resources. So each of us can probably appreciate existence of a database that was established within the framework of a grant project by the Association of Internet Entrepreneurs and Electronic Trade of Uzbekistan, with the support of USAID, Yuksalish, and Argo. The platform is a success. Technically, it is simple, understandable. It can be used on mobile devices and other kind of devices, and also accessible for the people with limited computer literacy. The database is still updated. We congratulate the founders of the platform, and we thank them for their beautiful article. Now I'd like to give the floor to Sabina. Hello. Sorry, there are some mic-related issues happening. Well, it seems that the speaker's mic is not being turned on, and no translation is possible of what she's saying. Okay. Of the national organization to participate in different events, projects, and tasks to apply, to file an application, while the organizations can easily, without extra hurdle, find volunteers that fit the purpose or the project. My article, well, actually covers the volunteer movement, how it occurred, and how we came across the thought of creating this kind of a platform. Also, it speaks of how we received a grant for development of our idea into a platform. We now have more than 110 organizations and more than 100 volunteers registered on our platform. We already had the very first event, and we also plan to have the very first tasks that are downloaded, sort of assignment that are downloaded on our platform. And we hope that this platform will be of great advantage to all the users who will get registered. Well, first of all, to volunteers themselves, because they will have their own ID, passport, where all of their achievements will be registered and documented. It will also show where they have participated. And thanks to that, CSOs will be able to find suitable volunteers faster and in a more effective way. And thank you very much. Thank you very much for choosing our article and putting it into your book. Thanks a lot.
I would like to announce the second award winner. That is coming from Turkmenistan. And the abstract, for 3 years already, the National Youth Network, YPeer Turkmenistan, has been step by step in a consistent and systematic manner carrying out the activity on strengthening and spreading education on youth sexual and reproductive health and HIV prevention. Probably Europeans and Americans will not be impressed by this very fact of this activity, and they will wait for the cherry on top. But the citizens of Central Asia know what is YUAT. This means shame in our region. And for us, the work of this youth organization in itself is a challenge. In 2017, newly created YPeer organization was awarded the prize for Best Civic Initiative at the International Insights into Development Conference. And for the 3rd year in a row, it continues extending the boundaries of its activity. The year of 2020 has become a challenge for the whole world. And YPeer volunteers were able to find a way around and reorganize their work for the present situation. With that, I would like to announce the author of the awarding of the winning article, Shurkugiti Muradov. Thank you. Congratulations.
Hello, dear friends. Hello, active people of our planet. Thank you so much for this opportunity to speak in front of you. And of course, I would like to thank Argo, the Association of Civil Society Organizations, for the platform where all the youth of all the youth communities, of all of the CISO communities of Central Asia can share their best practices, different ideas and plans, and by improving each other and actually by collaborating with each other. Well, possibly, you might think I'm far too young. I'm only 17, but I'm confident that I can share and I can speak about the volunteer movement of my country. I'm a focal point and in charge of all volunteer leaders of the National Volunteer Network of Turkmenistan. It's a youth center which is part of the 50 national networks that exist all over the globe and operate all over the globe. And our main task is to disseminate the healthy lifestyle. And the practice and the method that we all follow is the peer-to-peer approach, where a peer young man or young woman with credible information on such important factors such as prevention of HIV, gender equality, and the SDG can distribute this information amongst his or her peers. So this kind of approach showed to be very effective and showed to be very productive even. I would also like to note that YPA Turkmenistan is not participating in this content examination for the first time. Also, Minor Kulieva was chosen a winner a couple of years ago. And her victory inspired us to continue participating in global campaigns and global goals. And the name of this overall conference states the impact of volunteer work on leadership. I have to say a couple of words. Of course, the peer-to-peer approach is important, but on top of that, our network has a number of other platforms where young people can act as leaders, can exercise their leadership capabilities and skills, such as coordinating council, where we have young people become the members of those councils and do some revolutionary work on our end. Also, those who want to develop their creative capacity, we have the editor's office, so we have YPA Times Turkmenistan newspaper, they can be on board of the editorial group, and also the youth participation in social life. Every year we have different activities such as healthy lifestyle educational sessions in secondary schools of Ashgabat, also the popularization of healthy lifestyles in children's summer camps. And well, at the end, wrapping up, concluding, I would like to say that youth should not be only associated with students or with school children, pupils. They are the agents of the change. They are the future leaders. They are the future. Thank you. Sorry again, I don't seem to be hearing what's being said.
Марина, включите, пожалуйста, микрофон.
Sorry, простите.
Well, apologies for that. Our third winner, Lavrinovich Olga, the teachers and the distance learning. Olga Lavrinovich article touches upon very relevant topic, which concerns overwhelming majority of the citizens of Central Asia in the last 6 months. The pandemic broke the course of life all over the globe, and the sector that suffered the most is school education. You cannot really suspend school. You cannot put it on pause. You cannot reverse, unwind it and so on. All you have to do is just go on distance learning, and that kind of distance learning created difficulties for thousands of teachers. And given that the teacher work is not a work that where youth choose to go, we have people from senior generations working as teachers, actually. So who are not very familiar with the new technologies. And for them, the shift to online platforms became a test, became a challenge. So the teachers of Kyrgyz city of Tokmok was helped and assisted by a Society of Cornelius Public Association. And Olga Lavrinovich, in her article, speaks of how this help and assistance was organized. We thank Olga for her article, and we ask her to say a couple of words about her project. Hello. Wow. Everybody, thank you very much for giving this opportunity to participate in your conference. I have a small foreword to share. As you know, teacher is the mentor, is someone who helps us, is our aid, is someone who assists us, to our children, and to ourselves, the parents. In our And our education, we always rely on teachers. We ask a school child how school was. What did you learn? When the pandemic started, the teachers faced the problem of being unable and not knowing how to use the modern toolkits, how to use and how to work with modern technologies to organize distance learning. The second, or to organize online learning, online education. Another challenge was that many teachers didn't even have money to buy a good smartphone or to buy a laptop or just regular computer. Now, the first problem that we couldn't solve, of course, we couldn't, provide some gadgets or anything, but through our project, we organized IT support. We have mobilized 13 IT professionals to help each and every teacher in every school go through different technical difficulties. And those 13 people worked day and night in the fourth quarter of the last year. We helped teachers organize and set up Google Classrooms. We helped teachers organize WhatsApp groups. So we also helped them set up their computers, even help them repair, with minor repairs of those computers. So all of that helped reduce psychological tensions and psychological stress amongst the teachers of Tokmak schools, 800 teachers to be exact. And that actually led to better staff retention, especially amongst the teachers of senior age. Thank you very much, Olga.
Наш следующий победитель
Our next winner is Jumaeva Rano with her article, Volunteer Girls Develop Local Communities. The Scythian queen, Temiris, was given the name to the Cultural Educational Center in Bokhtar city of Tajikistan, and Rano speaks of the activity of the center. The participants of this NGO consider themselves to be very realistic, and actually they admit that their job is to prepare girls for their future family lives. So irrespective of the money, they want to prioritize the family values while respecting national traditions and customs. Same time, kind of educating the girls and understanding that women should play a bigger and more decisive role in development of their respective societies. Thank you very much, Aziza. Hello, good day, colleagues. I'm very happy to be here amongst all of you and to be the winner of this contest. Frankly, we did not expect we didn't actually expect to be the winners. We thought it will be just an experience. Maybe it will be helpful, useful. For some, it will be applicable. And we actually didn't expect, but somehow we became the winners. I would also like to thank Argo, the big team who for many, many years have already been raising capacity and building capacity of Central Asian states. I was the participant on different Argo activities, and it's a great honor to be the winner of this contest. I'm very happy to see all of you. When we were writing this article, when we wrote this article, actually, we described our day-to-day experience, day-to-day work, because the main goal of our organization is to promote the rights and opportunities for youth, first and foremost, by developing life skills and 21st century skills in the girls to make them more resilient in front of the challenges that the youth faces. And our activity actually is mainly based on voluntary work and volunteers. A public association or an NGO in any Central Asian region couldn't exist without volunteer work, because starting from the leadership, from the management, from the top down to technical staff, we all are partially volunteers and actually pretty active volunteers during different events and activities. We described the experience that then applied by our volunteers the members of the club, who at the grassroots level promotes the issues of preparedness of girls for family life. It is important for us that every girl is ready for family life, that she can raise her children in a family, and thereby that she could contribute to development of her community, of her society, help to decision making, and thereby lead to better development and evolution of her community. Thank you very much. It is a great honor and a great privilege that we are now the winners of this contest. Thank you.
И еще
And one more winner, against all odds, the Life from Scratch. The authors of the article, Yelena Bilakon and Fauzia Marzabekova from Kazakhstan. Well, the story of Yelena and Fauzia really touched my heart the most. In the last 6 months, were very difficult, especially for many vulnerable groups of people, children, senior citizens, children with people with disabilities, people of art, creative jobs, people of sports or commerce, people who lost their jobs or people who had to be fired. So, I mean, there are lots of people, lots of different groups of people that we can list for a whole day who actually found it very difficult to make ends meet. And at the very end of this list would be, almost at the bottom, will be ex-drug addicts or ex-convicts, people with HIV or homeless. And not many want to help those kind of people. That is why peer-to-peer principle that is followed by Yelena Bilakon's Revenge Foundation is particularly important, because that kind of help is not just mercy, is not just your contribution or psychological support. It helps you restore your morale, start believing in yourself, protects you from a faulty step, protects you from a thief or robbery or assault, something that can take you back to where you came from, to dependency or to prison. So we thank Elena and the staff of the fund for sharing her work, for sharing her stories. And Elena is here with us, and we ask her to say a couple of words about her project. Marina, thank you so much. Thank you for your kind introduction, and thank you for your kind words about our target audience. Truly, those people are, hard to work with, and regrettably, not everyone wants to help them. And during this pandemic period, that was particularly visible. That when our people, our beneficiaries, were not on the list of individual eligible for help from the state. We saw women with many children, or we saw women who have children with disability. They, again, were not amongst those whom government guaranteed a special social support. So 42,500 tenge, it's sort of an increments for the government. Maybe they're not big amounts of money, but they will be significant for our beneficiaries, because many lost their jobs. As Marina said, our target audience is so vulnerable that they cannot even get registered as unemployed and get the unemployment welfare. We try to help them overcome all of these obstacles, all this red tape, all these challenges. We help them getting their documents. We help them get registered at a particular place of residence, because, well, without the registration of your place of residence, you are not eligible for medical services, for social welfare. You can't even send your child to kindergarten. So as soon as this pandemic began, we started receiving, calls, like thousands of calls, and there were only 3 people of us in the office who could receive or who could answer the call, and every call was a sad story. Okay, I wasn't given 42,000 tenge. I have 2 kids and I'm unemployed. I don't have any money. I can't pay for that part. Someone says I have 3 kids. Someone says I have 5 kids. My husband is unemployed, and someone is a single mother or someone is risking the eviction. So we start thinking of how we could help these kind of people. And as Marina said, yes, our beneficiaries, they're not covered by the state help and state welfare. So we began drafting the list. We started reaching out to the municipality, and I'm happy that municipality, they responded and they provided some help. The Turksip district Akimat, Jitasur district Akimat, Almaly district municipalities, they even provided some transportation and helped us deliver food items to the families who are unable to come and collect it and fetch it from our offices. Well, when the very first whole movement, that started, the Almaty City Aid Center were amongst the first responders. They spent their money, they bought some food items, they started going around these houses and these places and delivering all these items. On top of that, also have HIV prevention campaigns, information raising, kind of awareness raising campaign. So it all evolved, and now we have a volunteer club, volunteer team. We even had a permission from the Republican Emergency Situation Response staff, permission for 35 volunteers who could freely, without any limitations, move around the city and deliver different items, whether money or food or medication, and also psychological support, which was the most important part of such assistance. And for some, we were even able to organize the residences, like accommodation. And we understand that apparently we now need new types of services, such as getting an electronic digital signature for the government's centralized electronic services portal. And 22 persons actually received from us that kind of help in obtaining electronic digital key or signature, thanks to which now the public services are accessible to them, and they can get registered, get documented, and so on and so forth. And even that 42,500 tenge social welfare wasn't available to people without this digital electronic signature. So we helped those people, and yes, it was difficult, but we thought, yes, no one wants to help our kind of beneficiaries. And however, this situation showed us there are lots of people who care, lots of people who are not indifferent, lots of people who help our women because they understand that, children, because there are families and the children are hungry, and sometimes, the parents have to steal or have an assault, commit a crime, basically. And I've heard so many words of gratitude. I have received so much positive feedback, and I have seen so many beautiful people of Almaty helping all of our beneficiaries. So I want to say that only together, only jointly, only by joint efforts, we can make the world a better place and make every person a happier person. Or maybe several families, happier families. Yes, if we look at the drawbacks, we can keep on looking at the drawbacks, but if you look at little positive things, then they multiply, and that turns into, big good thing. So that was an impetus for me to write this article together with my colleague, Fauzia Marzabekova. She might say a couple of words. So that is why we decided to write about all this extraordinary people, to write about this opportunities. We didn't have a single tenge of money, but Almaty City Aid Center were the starter for all of this. They started collecting money, started collecting resources. They brought it to us and they said, okay, here's it for your people. And then that was the beginning of everything. So, and we were able to preserve those families, or to keep those families afloat. So now let me give floor to my colleague. Hello. I would like to say that we've been collaborating with the foundation for quite a while. I've been looking, and I've been following what they did for quite a while. Actually, so the article should have been written long ago, but I wanted to write about this community and this particular foundation because they do a lot. They really do a lot, and they have all this very well thought through programs. They had an individualized, customized approach to every person. They took extra care of thinking what a person really truly needs. And I'm happy that the work of the foundation was noted and was noticed and awarded and is selected as an article in the book. Thank you very much.
Можно сбегать.
We have a short video now for 3 minutes, so you can go and quickly have a bathroom break if you want to.
Это была
This was the award ceremony of the Insights Article Contest 2020. All the winners from five countries of Central Asia will receive tickets to the documentary movies festival between the 15th and 17th of September. You will be able to see the Ideology Secretary documentary and My Dad is Genghis Khan documentary. We would like to thank all the writers, all the authors. You know, choosing the winner is always difficult because behind every story there is life, there are live people and vivid and bright emotions. We're happy that you share these stories with us, and it's a great opportunity to be the part of a volunteer movement and the civil society as a whole. Well, there are the contest rules and there are the winners, and it's excellent. This contest of articles is within the framework of Innovation Festival. By the beginning of the festival, we have received 16 articles from 5 countries, and 5 of them were chosen as the winners, as the victors. We will keep on collecting the articles on topics of volunteer work and leadership. We encourage you, we invite you to keep on talking about your work, to find the most outstanding moments and to learn to describe them in a beautiful and emotional language. You have stories in your life that you can easily become a scriptwriter or a book writer. Good luck in your work on behalf of the editors, the Argo team, and the organizers of this contest. I think that was it, yes.
Thank you for everything.
You're most welcome, as always.
Wish I was there to be with you
Oh, definitely.
next year.
Me too. Me too. Wish everyone was here. You know, I miss people.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, everyone is saying thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Everything was excellent. Thank you so much, etc.,
Thank-
etc. So, you know.
Bye bye bye.
Okay, bye, 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 bye. You too. Then.
Okay. See you.
Ольга, включите, пожалуйста, камеру тоже.
Отлично, улыбаемся. Маша.
Пока.
Спасибо всем огромное. У нас все классно получилось. Смотрите в YouTube на себя. Показывайте своим детям.
Amelia is saying that thank you so much. It all turned out pretty well. Make sure you save the link and you send it to your relatives. Have your families look at you and watch you.